Hello, everyone. Frame is weird. I need a producer. Actually, I need a few things. We'll live with. You guys are fine with this, right? Like, tell me now, or else I'll. Not a good joke. Just sometimes I need to learn how to like give up on the joke before I like bury myself in it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. As you can see, it's a little bit of a strange vibe because the sun is out. Now, one thing about me, I don't love to be around when the sun is out. My full powers come at like 7:45, 7:48 is when I'm my strongest. It is 4:14 p.m. Do you like that number? I am a number 4 kind of girl. Like you couldn't see it, but I was trying to come up with a joke of like the forbidden number 4 when you have to use the bathroom. But anyways, remember when I said I should stop trying to make a joke happen when it's not gonna happen? Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page. First and foremost, actually, first of all, I just said like 20 things. 20th of all, thank you so much to Ricarda. I'm going to put her username here. Like you won't even be able to see my face, how big it is. She made my intro graphics for me. I didn't give her any. She just sent it to me on a Saturday. And I'm so obsessed with it. And it was so sweet. And she's been a supporter of mine for so long. And there's like quite a few of you. And like, let me name you by names. Just kidding. You know who you are. That literally like, babe, I can't post a single thing without everyone showing me so much love. Like when I go to our DMs and I look from like 2020 when you guys have been responding to my stories or like showing me love, it makes me feel so like it's just so crazy that you guys have been following me for so long. And thank you so much. And thank you so much for asking. And thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much, Ricarda, for making these graphics. Everyone, please go follow her art page. She's so talented. And I just know she has like an iPad and one of those pens. Like I want one of those pens. I think it would be really powerful if I had one of those pens. I'm acting like I can't just go and buy one, but I don't think they want me at the Apple Store anymore. You guys remember when my phone broke and I made it everyone's problem? And by everyone, I mean like when I took the bus there and I saw someone on their phone, I'd be like, ugh, oh my God, like, oh, everyone can have everything except me. Just kidding. But yeah, I was at the Apple Store for about 72 hours and they knew me by name by the time I left. And yeah, so I don't think I'm allowed there anymore. Why did I start talking about the Apple Store? Thank you, Ricarda, for my graphics. I'm obsessed with them and I love it. And I feel official now. And I need to get a new microphone. I really want like an old school like singing microphone. This is, you know what I mean? We'll watch that later. It's April, everyone. How do we feel? I feel good. Thank you so much for asking. I love April. And if you wanted me to rank the months by April would probably be number 5. So maybe I don't love it that much, but I do enjoy it. And I feel like the first bout of spring, I live in British Columbia now, so it's not as scary. In Ontario, Canada, April, it'll be nice for like one day. And you're like, people, there's always a man with his toes out and in shorts. Like, buddy, first of all, you shouldn't be wearing that anyways, but whatever. You shouldn't be wearing that period, but whatever. Next day it snows 20 million centimeters. It's what we call a fake spring. BC, I don't think there is a fake spring. It's been beautiful since I got back in February. People are complaining. They're like, oh, it rains. Babe, you live on the West Coast. You live in the Pacific Northwest, my love. Go move to... There's actually nowhere in Canada you can move that you'll be sent. I was going to say Saskatchewan. Oh, you like minus 40? Yeah. So maybe you should just stay here. But I have no, that's not the right way of saying it. I have the opposite of seasonal depression. Like I literally, when the first leaf falls, I feel like the earth is like grounding me and there's like a light coming from my eyes. And November is one of my strongest months. December obviously is my peak birthday month. And, you know, I do share a month of birthdays with Jesus and a few of my favorite people other than him. January, I don't mind. No one does anything in January. It's nice. It fits my schedule very well. Weekends in. No one bothers you. February is fun because I love Valentine's Day and I love pink and red together. And March, I could live without. Anyways, and what was I saying about that? Oh yeah, anti-seasonal depression. Around this time of year when the sun starts being in the sky for a very long time, you guys know I think that the sun shouldn't be around past 7:30 at night. That's insane. when it starts lingering, when it's 9:40 p.m. and you're like, why am I applying sunblock? I get a little bit sad. I retreat. My blinds are closed. I open them just for a little bit of lighting, but like during the day, you guys, in my apartment, my blinds are closed. Like, why would I want the sun in my eyes? Why would I want the sun touching my skin at all? Why would I want that? So, all that to be said, happy April. We're happy to have you here. April Fool's Day, let's talk about it. Obviously, don't be a company that does an April Fool's Day joke. Maybe that's all I need to say. It's not funny. I don't like it, and it's bothersome to me. I made a story on my close friends, and I'll audiate it. Not the right word, but I'm gonna just go with it. Now, this is not a time to be funny. This is a time to be serious. Stare into the sun and follow me on TikTok, and that's it. So get those 3 things in order, and then maybe we can talk about posting like a fake Dubai chocolate bar on your Instagram feed. Okay. Apparently, I felt really strongly about that. Yesterday, I'm really holding myself back from saying thank you so much for asking every time I bring up a new topic, as if I'm waiting for someone to ask me and I'm alone in my room with the ghosts, with the Italian ghosts, actually, that they're like, why am I here? Yesterday, and let's bring it down a little bit. Yesterday, I went, the wine school that I did my wine course at had an I love to hold a pen. Okay, had an alumni night where they had people from like years that have done the course. There's so many different courses, so like, you know, I didn't know a single person there, but they hosted like an alumni night in their room, like their studio. I don't know, what would you call it? The basement of a restaurant, where they like had a bunch of nice bottles of wine. And I went with my friend who also did the course after me. And it was so funny because I was like talking to my friends about it after, and I'm like, yeah, it was a lot of like talking about wine as if it's not literally a wine school. But yeah, it was nice to see everyone. My teachers remembered me. I felt like teacher's pet. Everyone obviously asked me about Italy, and it was very nice to see everyone. Before I start rambling, I mean, I've literally been talking for 7 minutes. I have no idea what I just said. Like, I actually just kind of blacked out, you guys. I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry for what I've done. Okay, off topic. My hair's going gray again. Is this how you guys live? No, I feel like that I'm the oldest one. Like, you guys are all way younger than me, but like, what the hell? I have friends that have been dyeing their hair because of like their gray roots for a long time. Like, I'm 31, babe, for those who don't know. But you know, it's like, it's genetics. Like, some people just like have a lot more gray hair. Some people never get gray hair. And like, this is so high maintenance. And before you say anything, first of all, shut the hell up if you think I'm just going to go full gray. Also, I have like 1% gray hairs, but it's like just in my front. I should just get that root spray, shouldn't I? And maybe I should just shut the hell up and just get the root spray. That's a great point. I'm going to do that. Love a trip to Shoppers Drug Mart. Okay, here's what I've been listening to. Randomly, I like went on a really long walk. I mean, every day of my life, every day of unemployment, went on a really long walk, and all I listened to was Macy Gray. Like I said, some of you guys are much younger than me, but more cultured probably. So if you don't know who Macy Gray is, just go on youtube.com, ever heard of it, and type in Macy Gray, her song Still, and just listen to that one. And then I actually think like my Spotify Wrapped, that will be my number 1 song just based on how much I've listened to it this week. Like, I like click the button where it's just continuous. Like, I just listened to that song over and over again. I'm obsessed with it. I remember when I first listened to Macy Gray, I was like in high school, or like it was on the radio. It was like, I try to say it. I remember being like, whoa. Whoa, love her. That's my mood. Macy Gray. What else do they play on that playlist? I don't even know. It's just her. Shout out Macy Gray. I've been watching, oh my God, you guys. I have been watching Married at First Sight Australia. If you don't know what this show is, it is prime television. It is Love is Blind without the pods. It is everything I wanted in a TV show, and it is amazing. Matchmakers, okay, basically just people who can talk on television and probably have no credentials, set up couples, and then they walk down the aisle without seeing each other, get married, and then like live together and see if it'll work. I'm on episode like 7, and the episodes are like over an hour long, so it has been quite a commitment, but I will push through, and it's so good. UK, I know there's a MAFS, sorry, and we'll start calling it MAFS now, Married at First Sight. I know there's a MAFS UK and a MAFS Australia, UK and Australian TV is just better than North American. Like if you've ever watched Love Island, you know that statement is true. Love Island US last season was better than normal. Not even a candle to Love Island UK. Not even a freaking flicker of a light. Love Island UK will reign supreme forever. And MAFS Australia, because, and can I say something? Australian men, they picked like the perfect people, because it shows a wide range of like men and women, of course, but like, oh, shocker, the women are normal. Actually, they're not all normal, but like most of the problem are, can I say it? The men. Yeah, it's really, 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 really great to watch if you're sitting there, you're like, I feel like my brain cells are regenerating too much. Like, how can I kill some really quickly in under an hour? I got you. MAFS Australia. Really good. I also watched Adolescence on Netflix. And didn't like it, y'all. Did not like it. I feel like I wasn't really in it. And people were obsessed with it. And I'm here to say I created this whole channel just to state my opinion that I didn't like the show. Oh, but can I say the acting was incredible? I loved the dad so much. I loved that he called everyone love. Like, that's like a bit of me. Like, I love that. And that's about it. So those are the shows I'm watching. And I'm reading ACOTAR, the Court of Silver Flames. You guys want to know and tell me about this book? It's the last book. Not the last book, but like the last one that's out. Apparently she's coming out with more books. Y'all, I read 280 pages last night in one sitting. I remember I looked at my phone. It was like 7:45 and I was on my couch and I'm like, I'll read for a bit. 12:09. I was like, maybe I should stop reading. It's so good. And it's too far away, but just believe me, I bought the whole Throne of Glass series. I know this is like a very, like before I knew anything about Sarah J. Maas, the author, this is like a different language. So like you guys can just zone out if you don't know what any of this means. Can't wait to read Throne of Glass. Apparently it's more like war and like intense fantasy, whereas this like ACOTAR is like romantasy. Anyways, can't wait to read it. And there's like 8 books. Like, who am I? I'm such a reader. I also have to read the book The Woman for book club, and I will read it. So that's what I'm reading, y'all. Okay. It has started, y'all. I didn't stop saying y'all, like that just started a minute ago. Now I'm obsessed with it. I have been romanticizing Italy, you guys. I've been feeling nostalgic for Italy. I've been home for 2 months, and dare I say I miss it? But like, is there not an easier thing to romanticize than Italy? Hello? Like, yeah, no shit, you miss it. What? You lived in the most beautiful city in the world, and like, yeah. I think also the life I was living there was like not a real life. Like, I didn't have responsibilities. I didn't have a job other than YouTube. I didn't have like requirements from outside sources, aka those who call themselves friends that think making plans with me on a Sunday is appropriate. Just kidding. But literally, like, I just lived my life every day to do exactly what I want to do. I would walk outside, not see a single person. It was amazing. They had trains. Y'all have trains? Like, oh my God. Amazing. Incredible. So yeah, I've been missing Italy. And because of that, I am now a member, and hold your breath when I say this, of the Italian Cultural Center in Vancouver, BC, Canada. And what that means is basically I paid $25 to join this thing for a year because I am taking Italian lessons starting next week. It's like a 2-month ordeal. Actually 3-month, April to June. Someone was like, oh, like that's so classic that you're going to learn Italian when you come back. You think I'm never going to Italy again, my love? You think I'm never going to walk on the terroir of Chianti again? Oh, those words are really hard to like come up with in my brain, so sorry for the stutter. But imagine being 30 and thinking that it's too late to do anything. It's no problem. Like, yeah, I'm learning Italian. The only reason, and like cut to me being in Italian class and being like, oh, I hate every minute of this and I quit. But who knows? You got to try. For those of you who don't know, went to French immersion all my life. I almost just said in French. Yeah. Okay. Went to French immersion. Hated every second of it. Hated every minute of it. I remember being in science class being like, and why the hell am I learning how to say Mercury, can't say it in English, in French. I hated it so much. And then when I graduated, never spoke a lick of French, ever, 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 for 16 years until I was in Paris recently. Get off the plane, forgot I'm fully fluent, forgot everything was like so deep in the back of my head that when I don't know if I talked about this, but I got in a cab from the airport, and the cab driver didn't speak any English, but he was like my age. Not but, literally his age doesn't matter. I just, was shocked that he didn't even know. Like he knew. It doesn't matter. I was able to have a full hour conversation with him in French, and he said my French is incredible. I mean, he was probably lying to me because he wanted a tip, but like, I have a pure heart, and I believe that to be true. So I was really taken aback at how much I retained my French, and I thought, how cool would it be to be trilingual? You know what I mean? So I'm excited for Italian lessons. I'll let you guys know how those go, and it's just a little fun thing to do. I hope. A friend, again, like segue, I don't know how to segue this, but my friend was in town last weekend. It does not matter to you guys because you don't even know I gave you what month it was, but you don't know what day it is. Actually, I just talked about April Fools. Anyways, but my friend was in town, and laughs on her own jokes. My friend was in town, and we had such a fun girls' weekend, and just like had the funniest conversations about men. And this is a trigger warning. I will be talking about men now. So two girls that we were with told us like funny, like, okay, as women, if you have someone over, let alone like anyone in your life, a colleague, a boyfriend, a friend, your place is clean. You know what I mean? Like, there's food out, there's water chilled, there's air freshener. Like, it's just like what you do as a woman when someone goes to your house. Or not to like gender it, but like, I think maybe gender it. I'm sure there's men that like clean and spray. But anyways, this is not what this is about. This is about my friend telling me a story. She went over to a guy's house from a bar, went into his room, and he had 3 pet rats. And he goes, yeah, 3 rats. She's like, oh, I only see 2. He's like, oh, that's weird. I definitely have 3. One was loose. Imagine going to a guy's house, first of all, just like the smell, first of all. A rat cage in your room, 3 rats, and 1 is gone. Oh my God. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. That's literally all I'll say about it. And then my other friend chimed in and told me one of my favorite stories of hers. I've known her for so long, and I've heard the story before, but it's one of my favorites, and I'm going to tell it to you now. And I hope she doesn't mind I'm telling it, even though you guys have no idea who she is. Anyways, she went out one night. This was probably 10 years ago. She went out one night, and her and her friends met 2 guys or whatever, it doesn't matter. Went back to this guy's place for like an after party kind of situation, and they were all hungry, so they ordered pizza. And I think they got 2 pizzas, and she was vegetarian. She still is vegetarian. So they got like a pepperoni pizza and a vegetarian pizza. And she's like, okay, cool. The pizzas come. The guy that like she was with takes this size large pizza. I hope you find this as funny as I do. Takes a large pizza with his hands, folds it in half, and then folds it in quarters like a freaking tortilla, and then eats it like a piece of pie, like that 4-layered triangle. Eats the whole thing, no breath, no stops, no, anyone want a slice? Well, that one was his. That story like means so much to me. I like randomly will go on a walk and just remember think of your face if you're just watching this man eat this like giant piece of pizza. Oh my God. Anyway, so we were just talking, like having like fun girl time, talking about men and talking about, other things, but like, and talking about dating apps, which are literally the pits of hell. My new thing on dating apps, you guys, is terrorizing men. My friend Sophia came up with a brilliant term, which is the Tinder terrorist. Because it's just like, what else am I gonna do? Talk to you? For what? You know what I mean? Like, what are we really doing here? I'm here to work out my stand-up bits and see how quick it takes for you to unmatch me. Like, not actually, of course. Doesn't matter. I matched with a guy named Morton. jokes write themselves. I asked him, have you ever heard of Who? Because Horton Hears a Who is a good movie, and people don't talk about it enough, and people don't make jokes about it enough. And he, within, not kidding, maybe 25 seconds unmatched me. And like, I imagine like I'm the 20th person to say that to him. Obviously not. That's a kind of a, not even a funny joke, but I really, really liked it, and I thought it was funny, and I wanted to share with you guys. Horton Hears a Who? I mean, the jokes write themselves. Oh, there's some, yeah. And I'm not here to make fun of people's names, but like, you gotta take a joke. My single friends group is dwindling down. And like, going out with your friends is always fun. Going out with your single friends, guys, is fun. Is fun. Your friends in relationships will like try to be good sports, but like, no, like they're texting their boyfriends. They're like waiting for a good time to like go home to their boyfriend. It's like, I know what you're doing because I've done it. Like, it's normal. You're in love with someone, you like want to spend time with them. You know what I mean? But yeah, going out with your single friends is so much more fun. And this weekend, my friend and I went out, and it was just us two, and we were like both having a heart to heart how we like hate the day naps, me because I just like terrorize men. I'm like, yeah, it's so brutal. I'm the brutal one. And she's not on day naps. And I was like, let's just go meet men in person. And it was so fun. And I like had this, because she was saying that like, it's like very rare to have like no good men are left kind of narrative, which I really don't believe. I also think if you're in a relationship, you're not allowed to have an opinion about being single. Like, I'll tell like date stories to people and be like, oh my God, I'm so happy I don't have to date. That's actually, you don't get to say that. Okay. Anyways, that was a little sidetrack, but I don't think that there's no men left. There definitely are. And they're out there. They might be married with 4 kids right now, but they're out there for me. Okay. And I was walking home and thinking about this because sure, sometimes it does feel like everyone is like, okay, remember in like gym class or in English class when a teacher's like, okay, everyone pick a partner, and you're like looking around trying to make sure that you can make eye contact with your friend first so that you're not paired with like someone that you don't want to be paired with. It does like sometimes feel a little bit like your eye contact, like you can't make eye contact with anyone. Like you're the last one standing and everyone else has a partner, and you're like, oh my God, like, do I want to go with like this person that I know won't do the work? Like, no, like I'm just left with this person. Or sometimes what happens, because this has happened to me in school, there's an odd number class, everyone has a partner except you. And you know what happens, guys? You don't have to do the work. You get to go stand with the teacher and maybe like help pass out the papers and maybe like just like hold the ruler stick a little bit at the chalkboard. And like, I love that. Oh, so I get to actually sit this one out and not get graded, and I just get like bell curved up and not have to do any work and just sit and watch? That's totally fine with me. And so I was laughing to myself that I feel like that's totally like, I'm not going to settle with like someone that I don't want to be with. Like, I'm just not going to have to do the work. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, love? Speaking of work and friends and other things, I'm going for after work drinks with my friend right now. Oh, actually, right now. And after work drinks for me just means drinks at 5:00 because you guys know I'm unemployed still. YouTube is like my job and my passion, but I don't like tell people in my real life that I have a YouTube channel because then they're gonna watch it. What? If you know me in real life and other than like my friends and watching this, like, you are obsessed with me, just so you know, and you're in love with me and you want to be me and you want to wear my skin. Just kidding. But I have a friend. Yeah, okay, guys. So I'm still unemployed. So you can go, believe in yourself. You can go for after work drinks with friends, even if you don't have a job. I believe in you and I'm doing it all the time. Okay. And it's actually really great. If you're wondering why I look like I would never wear this to an office. A little bit inappropriate, but like good enough for after work drinks. Anyways, I have a friend who's like so successful and amazing and brilliant. Actually, all my friends, but this one in particular, her like favorite time to catch up with me is on a Sunday. And like my Sundays are sacred, babe. Like, do not hit my line. Like, no sudden movements. Shh. You know what I mean? But I'll always make time to talk to her on a Sunday because that's like her thing. Every Sunday without fail. How's the job hunt going? Uh-oh. Here's times when you can ask me how the job hunt's going. Okay. Monday at maybe like 3:30 p.m. okay? Or September. Or in 8 months from now. Or never. I'll tell you if I get a job, promise. I'll tell you if I get a job. I promise you that. So that's what's going on. It's just so funny. Every Sunday without fail, I'll be like, I'll have like the worst anxiety from going out the night before and just like smell like tequila and just like lying in bed. She's coming home from 3 workouts and like taking her niece and nephew to like freaking an amusement park. And then she's going home to like shine her boyfriend's shoes and then blah, 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 blah. She's like, how's the job ongoing? I'm like, babe, I can't even lift my hand to grab my water right now. Like, how do you think it's going? It's Sunday. It's God's day. Like, what? How can you do this to me right now? Not well. Yeah. No, it's going. I'm being a little bit picky with jobs. I feel like I have a good like few weeks left of me that I can ride this one out, and then I'm going to have to buck up and maybe open my own flower shop. Literally, a woman, a beautiful soul opened a flower shop down the street from me maybe like a month or 2 ago, and I go in all the time and buy flowers from her because I really want her to succeed, and I want her to keep her store open because I'm scared if it closes they're going to put like a weed dispensary in it so that there's 17 near me instead of 16. So anyways, lovely. And she just like opened it herself. The flower shop's just her name, and she just like buys flowers in bulk and makes little bouquets. And I'm like, you are my, like, I was like, are you hiring? She's like, no, I'm not making enough to have employees, but maybe one day. And so that's my goal. That's my goal in life, is to work at a flower shop, and I'm going to have a bike with like tassels at the handles and a basket. And I'm going to bike to the flower. I'm not going to be the owner because that's too much responsibility, but I'm going to be really good friends with the owner. And my shift starts at like 8:30 and I'm done at 2, but I still make like a ton of money. So if anyone knows anything, and I bike home with like extra flowers in my basket every day. And then I like carry like big picnic baskets with like some of the flowers hanging out to go meet friends at the beach. And I'm like, oh, here. And I'll like put one behind my friend's ear. So camera cut off, but really important for me to say, if anyone knows of anyone that's hiring to do anything like that, please let me know. If not, I'll find my own way. It'll happen, guys. It'll happen. You know how much shit I can keep selling on Facebook Marketplace? That's been my income, selling my random things on Marketplace. And yeah, okay, it's been so nice catching up. I feel like I've been, I don't even know, like a little bit crazy today, but thank you all for watching. And again, a huge shout out to Ricarda. Thank you so much for my graphics. I love them so much. And please follow her on Instagram, and please follow me on Instagram. I never ask you guys for anything. I literally ask you guys for stuff all the time, but please follow both of us on Instagram. And I love you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.